Hi guys, so today I wanted to do a quick overview of cloth diapering and explain how we have decided to cloth diaper and what we use. I know in the beginning there's a lot of information that you can find and it can be really overwhelming, so I wanted to try and make that a little bit easier. So to start, there's two different kinds that I own. This is called a cover or shell sometimes. This basically is only the outer waterproof part, so you obviously need to use an absorbent part, which I'll get to. This one is a pocket diaper, so it has a little pocket back here where the absorbent pad goes in. Again, I'll talk a little bit more about that. There's also one other kind that's called an all-in-one that is kind of looks like the pocket ones, but let me grab one of my inserts. But like the insert, the cloth part that actually absorbs will be attached to it. So again, it's literally all in one. None of the parts come off of that one. So to start with the shell, the brand that I have is called Rumparooz. I do like them. And the one thing I would say is that they do run a little smaller than some of the other ones. My girl is 11 months old and is on the last snap here for the thighs because you have different ones, so their leg goes through here. This is the adjuster for closer on their thigh, and then this is the tummy adjuster, so you can adjust them separately. Like we have this one on the outermost thigh one, and I believe the second one for the tummy. But so again, like I mentioned, this is just the waterproof part, so you do need something to actually absorb. And what is used for those most commonly is something called a Prefold. So this is a Cloth-eez organic unbleached cotton Prefold. Basically, what that means is this middle part, can't really tell super well here, but it is split into like three. So 1, 2, 3. The middle part is already kind of thicker, I would say. So it's already, that's what it considers as already folded, pre-folded. So there's already like a thicker part here. You can use these a couple of different ways in here. One of the easiest ways is to do what is called a tri-fold. So I showed you there were like 3 parts to this. Fold in, and then this will just lay in the diaper. It would be in it like this. And then use this teddy bear as my baby. So the baby goes on it. This folds up, and they would just snap around. And obviously you're doing it so that this would cover over this pre-fold that you see, but it's not the easiest to do on the bear. Another option that you can do with these is more of the classic cloth diaper you see that uses the old-fashioned one would be pins, but now there's something called a Snappi that I will also pull out. So this is when you would use this to basically be like a diaper on its own to cover the baby. So there's also a couple different ways to fold these. There's other videos that are going to get more into this. As I'll tell you, this is not normally the style that I go with, so there's people that are much better at that. But so you fold in both sides there, you get the baby, and this goes up, and this kind of folds up around them. Sorry guys, I had to adjust a bit to be able to show you. It's a little hard one-handed. I don't have a good camera angle to set this down, but so this Snappi goes around here to hold that side, and then you go around this side, so you're just pulling the back part here forward pull the Snappi to hold that. And this one is to hold this part. Looks a little better on a child, but and then your outer cover just would snap over that. The advantage of doing it this way as opposed to the trifold way is that with the covers, if the child only pees on this or nothing gets out on the actual outer cover, you can just take this off, put it in the wash bin, wipe this with the cloth or whatever you're using, and this can be reused. So you replace one of these, get a new one of these, and it can be used again. So that can be cost effective because the pre-folds are obviously less expensive than getting a whole another cloth diaper. So that's the one style. And the other style, and the one I grabbed for a lot more often, as I said, were called pockets. So it has this pocket in the back. And if you pull it out, this is what was in there. There are a couple different kinds of things you can put into the pocket there. So I use the pre-folds in the tri-fold position, so you get it like that. And it slides in there. What they come with, and what I would say a lot more people use, are these inserts. It's basically just already in that shape without any folding or anything. The reason I use the pre-folds is I feel like they just hold a lot more. We were having a lot of issues with leaks when we used these regular inserts. I did a lot of research and people do like the inserts that come with these diapers. So this is the Nora's Nursery inserts. It comes with one for each thing, but some people suggest you have to double up with these they need, or I'll change your baby more often, but we change pretty often and she was just going through these. So we have a bit more luck with just using the pre-folds, and I already had these, so yeah. One other thing I would mention real quick, let me see if I have one, is that if you're doing it the way where like you use the Snappi and go around your baby with this, there are different sizes. This is a small, this wouldn't fit her anymore doing it that way. These are the smaller newborn ones, so you can see a bit of a size comparison, and you do have to keep sizing up if you're doing it with the Snappi or clips or any way that folds around your baby. If you're doing the tri-folds, they're pretty much the same size as the inserts that come with these, so I didn't size up these. I still use size small. And same if you're doing the tri-fold way in just the cover. But anyway, so this will slide into the diaper, so say it's in there. Then there's this outer layer of the diaper that would be against your baby's skin. So this is only used once, and then it is put in the wash because the pee or whatever will get on this part, which is attached to the outer shell. I think the benefit of these is that it's just a lot easier to put on because you already have your thing in there. Then it basically turns into the diapers that we are used to. You set your child on it. This goes around and snap and snap. So it'll go around like that. I think it's a lot easier for squirming kids. And again, just quicker when you're trying to do a quicker diaper change, but some people do really like the other style, so I think you kind of have to play around, figure out what you like. I did buy all the covers first of just this kind, and then a little bit in, we decided that we actually preferred the pockets once we tried them. A little bit of extras that we have are, we have these. These are called Cloth-eez Doublers. These are in size small. We probably could size up in them, but works for now. So we use these for overnight. It just kind of is lined right. So it doesn't really need to stay out. But when it's unfolded, it goes like that. So it just absorbs some more liquid if they're going through their diapers. So again, it's literally just a doubler. It can go on top. Or it can go inside. But I find it, like, for nighttime, since it absorbs more quick when it's on top, that this works better than having it on the inside, because it still leaked a little bit there. Not so much anymore, but when she was younger. And the last thing we have is this, and I don't think it says a name anymore, but basically what it is it's a fleece liner that goes on top of the diaper, so it just helps wick away moisture better. Like, you'll see if your kid pees on this and you go to, like, fill the diaper, this sometimes feels completely dry. Like, I can't tell if she peed by going off this. So with issues with, like, diaper rash or anything like that, this really helps. You can use it without the doubler. You can also use it on the other style, so you would just do this and then fold around your baby as you normally would. You would just use this as a layer against their skin. One other thing to keep in mind if you are cloth diapering is certain diaper creams aren't compatible with cloth diapering. Like the traditional zinc-based ones do mess with the absorbency of the cloth diapers or their inserts. So there's different brands that you can use, but one that we really like is the Earth Mama Organic Diaper Balm. You can see on the inside, it's a lot different consistency than if you're used to the other ones. Like, it comes out like that. And that's it on. You rub it in, it's got some oils in there, so it stays on like that. So we personally use cloth wipes. You don't have to. You can obviously cloth diaper with regular wipes. We do use regular wipes when we're out. Like, that's what I have in her diaper bag. But this is a cloth wipe. Basically exactly what it says. You just get it wet. Use a spray bottle. So you like that a couple times. The spray bottle honestly isn't great, but other people use like a little bowl of water, stick it in, dunk, and it gets wet. Use it as a wipe. And it's used exactly the same way as a regular wipe would be. This is a wet bag that we throw all the dirty diapers into. I do have a pail, as you can see there, and a wipe. But I just didn't like keeping the wet diapers in an enclosed dark space. I feel like that's not really good for them. Some people do and don't have a problem, but we do go 3 days without washing them, so ours stay in there a little longer, as opposed to if you were washing every single day or maybe even every other day. As far as cleaning them goes, I want to do a more in-depth video of this where I actually show you, but I'm not gonna do that in this one. If your baby is only breastfed, the diapers, even poop diapers, can go directly into the wash. It is water soluble, just mixes with that, washes away, is perfectly fine. If your baby is formula fed or having solids of any type, the poop cannot go in the washer. So what we use is a spray bidet attachment that we just use that on the toilet to clean that off. It rinses it off, flush the toilet, then the diaper is good to be washed. Same with the wipes. If they have any poop on them, we use the bidet attachment for that. We use them in the washer on a high warm cycle. It's not hot, it's between like the warm and hot, with extra rinse and pre-wash turned on, just because they do need a little extra cleaning out. I think we didn't do that in the beginning. I didn't have any problems, but I am glad that we started doing it. I just feel a little better that way, but that's up to you. For drying, the inserts can be dried on whatever, they're fine. When you're getting them ready, they actually come with information that suggests that you dry them on high a couple times to really get their absorbency. But the shells and just any of the ones with this outer cover are sensitive to heat. It can mess with them after a while. If they do have to go in the dryer, we do a low heat. I do prefer to hang them up because it helps get out the stains, and it's just can have antibacterial properties to get, you know, just some of the gunk out of there. There are some that were stained from certain things she ate and did, but this is one we've used pretty regularly, and it's still pretty clear after hanging them out. These are all pretty clear, and they've been used for 11 months, so about 9 months now. So really holding up well. So if you have any other questions or comments, please let me know. I do want to make this into like a series where I teach more, go more in depth about the cleaning. I would love to show if there's anything else you would like to see that I didn't really focus on, because this was kind of a quick overview just to get some information out there to you if you're just starting your journey or just starting looking into it. I will say I know a lot of people are scared to start cloth diapering, but I absolutely love it. I would not go back to disposables. I hope to use cloth diapering with all of my future kids if I have any. So it really is something that you can do. You don't have to start with doing 100% cloth diaper. That's actually how we slowly got into it. I started doing like even just 1 a day, maybe 2 a day, and then worked the way up, because it can be very overwhelming if you're going from never using them to just going for every single diaper change with them. That can be a lot. So even if you're doing 1 or 2 a day, it is still making a difference, and I think if you start that, you will start to feel a lot more comfortable and want to do it more often. I also suggest that you play around with some different brands and kinds. We actually only went through, these were the 3rd ones we bought, the Nora's Nursery, and I really, really liked them, so I stuck with them. But if you're just starting in the beginning, I wouldn't recommend getting like an entire set of one kind. I bought 7 of these ones, I think, and they turned out to not be my favorite. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just not the way we decided we wanted to go about cloth diapering. So, you know, could have saved some money there. That also goes along with not going completely into it. If you want to buy like 2 of a kind, 2 of another kind, 2 of another kind to try them out, because the different fits do work better on different babies, different styles work better for different parents. You know, it's just not one is the best. I looked around a lot to find a brand that absolutely everyone loved, that, you know, was like the best one, and I just didn't find it. There's a lot of mixed reviews on stuff, again, because different ones work better for different babies and different families. So I encourage you to play around with some. Anyway, so I hope your cloth diaper journey goes well. See you for the next video.